It's funny how whenever you cut a board and you put a square up to it, it may not be in square, but your eye doesn't necessarily notice it. However, if you try to freehand cut a circle, you usually notice it. So today, let's tackle 7 different ways to cut out a perfect circle. Let's cut a circle using the table saw. I'd recommend using a sled for this operation, but if you don't have a sled, you could use your miter gauge and then clamp some sort of board onto that. You just want something easy that you can slide back and forth. To cut a circle, we want a pivot spot. So to do that, we are going to put this board onto the sled, and to make sure that it stays in place, I'm going to take some blue tape, put it on the bottom of my board, put some blue tape up against my fence, and then a little bit of CA glue on one side, flip it back over, put it up against this tape. It's going to secure it in place. I want to turn this piece of MDF into a circle. To do that, I used my combination square to mark a center point. I'm also going to mark one on this board. We need our board to pivot on something. I'm going to use a dowel. You could also use just a cut-off nail if you want to. Cut off as many corners as you can. The more corners you cut off, the safer it's going to be whenever you finally turn it into a circle. So I just cut a corner, rotate it, cut a corner, rotate it, and keep doing that. After you cut as many corners off as you can, then move it up to where the front tooth of the blade is touching your shape, and then spin it into the blade. And as you're spinning it, is going to trim any of the remaining edges off, and that's going to leave you with a perfect circle. How else can we cut a circle? How about we do it over here at the bandsaw? I'm going to use the same board that I used for the table saw, simply because I already have a hole cut in it for the pivot point. I put it just on the other side of the bandsaw blade. That way the blade will cut through the board. And then I can mark where my miter gauge is. I can flip it over and then use some double-sided tape to stick on a runner. This is just a piece of scrap board that I can use to make sure that I slide my sled back and forth. Now it's as easy as pushing the whole thing through, and then once the blade gets to my workpiece, I can then cut out a circle. Now I'm using a 1/4 inch blade on this. The smaller the blade, the tighter the circle you can cut. So if you use a really wide blade, you're gonna have to make a pretty wide circle. I think the bandsaw is way easier and safer than using the table saw, but both work and you get some cool shapes like this. So how else can we cut a circle? Let's try to go super cheap on this one. I'm going to use a handsaw to trim away the corners of this piece of MDF. So I want to get as many corners as I can cut away, because the next step is I'm going to take it over to the disc sander, and I'm simply going to sand away this until it becomes a circle. I clamped my board onto my table and then kind of pivoted it into the sander until it made contact, and then spun it around. It's really that simple, and you end up with a perfect circle. I wonder if we could use the router table. If we're gonna do that, I'm gonna make a jig real quick. Doesn't need to be anything fancy. Just something that I can clamp onto the router table fence. A little bit of CA glue does the trick, and then we have a jig. So I need to have the router bit stick through this. So I'm gonna drill a hole and then move it up a little bit and drill another hole and kind of make a groove. That way I can adjust the sled after I get it on the router table. And I'm also gonna use some fancy clamps. So I'm gonna drill holes into the fence and then I can use those to clamp it to my router table fence. So as we're doing the router, I want to take as much material off of the piece as I can. So I went ahead and trimmed off a lot of it using the bandsaw. It's definitely not perfect, but it gets me close enough. Now I can put my jig on top of my table and I can clamp it down. I tightened down the right side of my fence, but not the left side. And after I turned the bit on, then I pivoted the left side until the workpiece touched the router bit. Then I tightened it down, and then I can spin the workpiece until I get the perfect circle. Here's a new one for me at least. Let's try the jigsaw. And no, I don't mean just cutting out freehand, which you could obviously do, that's fine. I'm talking about making a jig for the jigsaw so that we can cut out a perfect circle. I cut a couple of pieces of plywood, one of them for the bottom and then two for the sides. And then I went ahead and drilled holes into the side pieces that would house a 5/8 inch thick dowel. I kept the dowel on the sides, that way everything's lined up whenever I'm clamping all this up for glue. The dowel's pretty tight in there, so I don't expect it to move, but just in case, I went ahead and cut up a couple of blocks that I can use as clamp blocks. So I just used some more plywood and glued it together. And these are going to be perfect because then I can slip these onto the dowel, tighten them down after I do a little bit of modifications, and nothing's going to move on me. I also need to have some sort of center hub for the jig to rotate on. For these little blocks, I'm gonna do a threaded insert with a bolt. Then I can tighten down the bolt, and whenever I do, it will put pressure on the dowel so the dowel doesn't move. And last but not least, I need to make a kerf for my saw blade. So I just made a couple passes on the bandsaw until I had a wide enough kerf. You could probably make more of these blocks if you want to. Instead, what I did was I used a couple rubber bands on the other sides, and the rubber bands just made sure that nothing came loose, even though I knew it wouldn't anyway because it was so friction fit. And then I looked all over the shop and I could not find anything that would be big enough for this jig. This isn't a jig that you would use to make small circles. You're gonna make decently sized circles, and I just didn't have any more panels left. But I did have this piece of drywall, so I got to test it out, and obviously it worked amazing. One of my favorite ways of cutting circles is using a jig like this. This is something where you put your router on and then you can pivot it around. So this is great if you don't have a router table, but you have a router and you want to cut circles, you can use one of these. Now you could totally make this. You don't have to buy it. I think it's cost about 40 bucks, so it's not super expensive, and it does have crazy adjustability. But you could also make this out of some plywood or hardboard if you want to. Just cut a long piece of plywood, bolt your router onto one end of it, and the other end, make that your pivot point. So use a nail or a dowel on the other end. Voila, you have a circle jig. table saw, bandsaw. I feel like I'm forgetting a method. So there you have it, 7 different ways to cut out a circle. And there's probably 1,000 different ways. You can do all sorts of combinations of this tool and that tool and that tool and this tool. So if there's a way that I didn't discuss that's your preferred method, leave a comment below so I can see that. That way we can all learn together. And I have to say, thank you to all the new subscribers to the channel. This place is all about creativity, brainstorming, having fun, getting outside of our comfort zone, but more importantly, collaborating together. So thank you for joining us on this journey. I'm glad to be part of your journey too when it comes to making. And until we meet again, get in your shop and build something awesome. Whew. Hopefully those tips helped out. But there's really only one way to cut a circle. A little burn around the edges, but that'll do nicely.